Punters and Dribbles, welcome back to About Even, the number one betting show on planet Earth, objectively speaking. Brought to you by our good friends at Ned's. If you are going to have a punt, responsibly please, but take it to the Ned's level. Now we're back for round 5 of the NRL. Fuck. Surely now we start talking Origin teams, right? Round 5 is when these people start to get into it anyway. Joined by Eddie and Seb, minus a scope, Varley's scope. Now he's gone, though. We can say fuck him.
He wasn't that good.
He wasn't that fucking good, let's be honest. With respect, not that good at all. Back now, we are going to replace scope at some point. We're just working on it behind the scenes, squirreling away. But as I said, brought to you by Ned's. Shout out to Ned's. Round 5, NRL. How are we both, gentlemen?
Good, mate. Good. Bit of rain around, which I like.
I'm feeling in a rain mood.
As in, you're in the mood for rain, or you're a bit Devo? Because
No,
I get pumped up with rain.
No, I'm not.
I like a bit of Mitch.
I like a bit of Mitch Rain. Yeah, baby, I do. Well, I don't know where Mitch Rain is, but now that I think about him, wouldn't mind getting him for an any time.
Is he on a bench somewhere?
Is he in the Super League? And where is Mitch Rain?
Well, I thought he was at the Titans or something.
I think he's somewhere playing.
He's at the Eels, but he's behind Brendan Hands.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Sorry, everyone. Randos here as well.
Hey, guys. I'll intro myself.
Well, it's a good way to come in.
Yeah, no, it is.
It's a good way to come in.
I have got a history of forgetting Rando. Now, coming up on the show, all 8 games of rugby league we will be looking at. We've got Rando's Bet of the Week, which I promise not to forget. Unit Scoopers. We've got the $10 into 10,000. Our Lippy dribbler, Conor McGran. Sounds Irish.
Yep.
I'd say he's Irish.
The MCs. Maybe, yeah. Is that
Or is
more
McScottish?
McScottish, like.
Well,
McScottish.
McGregor was Irish.
No, but he's got Scottish lineage.
McGregor is actually Scottish.
My cousin's McGilvray, Scottish. So maybe he's a Scottish guy. And listen, can I say something? This might get me in trouble. They kind of seem similar from like a very sort of naive Australian perspective.
The names or the
Just
Scots?
the Irish and the Scottish.
Oh, there's
I don't think they're that similar.
I
bit of
reckon they're pretty
difference.
close,
Yeah.
dude. Like people would probably say that about us in New Zealand. I feel like
I think that's probably a bit
Scotland
different.
Nah. Listen, I'm not saying I'm right. It's a vibe thing.
Okay.
I'm probably going to get jumped in Randwick now,
Possibly.
where all the Irish are.
Well, one's up north, one's down south.
I'm not talking about location.
Yeah, but it's not like they were right next to each other.
That's not what I'm saying.
They're pretty different.
No,
I think they're pretty
shut
different.
up.
Yeah.
All right, well, I apologize.
Especially through history and all that stuff.
Do you know what I can't work out? The Welsh.
Yeah.
What are you about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are the Welsh
Llewellyns of
about?
the world.
What are the
You know,
Welsh
like-
about? Like
Yeah.
dragons and Loch Nesses. Well, that's in Scotland.
almost
I don't know
like
what
a
the fuck
made
they're
up
about.
country.
You know, Loch Ness.
But I just think when I think the Welsh, I think dragons. I don't know why.
Yeah,
Is
because
it
it,
on their fucking
almost
flag?
is a made-up country where it's like you look at any sort of like Braveheart. Okay, there's some Scottish people, there's some Irish people, there's the English. Like, where's the Welsh? Like ever? Like
Do they even show up in history, or are they just sort of like...
I don't know. I'm not a history buff, but I know a fair
Who's
bit.
like a famous Welsh guy or girl?
I had a Welsh maths teacher at school.
Mr. Llewellyn.
Mr. Llewellyn. That was it. And he hated me.
Welsh, like, you know how people always think that Australia's made up? I'm starting to think Wales is made up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has anyone even been there?
No.
Have you heard them speak their language? It kind of sounds like a hobbity
It's
kind
meant
of
to be like that they're singing.
like
Like
their
their accent sounds like they're singing. It's melodic.
Is that right?
Well, apparently.
I got nothing
I've never
against
heard
them.
anyone
I just don't
speak
know if
Welsh.
they're real. That's all.
No, we're just not sure about the legitimacy of the existence of Welsh people. Now, because I don't know if we can say that. That might get us in some hot water with our Welsh brethren. But maybe this will test whether they're actually even real. Reach out if you're Welsh. And prove
Reach out Welsh.
not Christian Welsh. We know Christian, spelt differently. Should we get into some accountability?
Yes.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Let's do that. Now, I think before we get into... we'll wait till we get to the game. We'll wait till we get to the game.
No, I don't think we go early.
No, we don't go early.
Don't go off early.
Don't go off early. Lippy won. Lippy got up first. Eels defeating the Panthers 17-16.
No, he didn't.
Oh, he didn't. Taruva.
Come
No
on,
one got
mate.
up.
Come on.
No one got up.
Fuck off, mate.
See the red?
Yeah,
was
I can
so
see there, it's
annoyed.
raining.
I harped on about Para covering the fucking line for the last ever since we've been doing this show and doing unders. but just go, yeah, let me talk for 5 minutes about para covering the line and then not include that in the bet and just throw Sebbo in. So I'm pretty annoyed by that.
The most obvious bet of the entire weekend was Parramatta to win that game. Like when you
the line
see
was
it happen,
7.5.
When you see them win,
No, the line was the most obvious.
Yeah.
no, dude,
7.5
they
points.
love beating the Panthers.
You get more of a converted try in the line.
But just from a pure, okay, what's a great bet?
Let's make
here?
smart
The
decisions.
line was at 7.5 was a great bet.
Yep.
It just
It
was.
was an obvious line.
Obviously, I had nothing to do with that. I
No,
thought the Panthers would hump them, but hindsight's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, it is. I had two or more and Sebbo anytime. Sebbo
I didn't like my bet though. It was too all over the map. I'm talking about Coma Ice Creameries. I don't know where I was. You know.
Well, it's all well and good to fucking play the hindsight game, buddy. But you were
No, but
very
you know-
high on your own supply.
But you know when you're just not completely sold within your heart and your soul.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
you
normally-
know when you're fucking.
I
spinning
say
a
that
yarn.
openly all the time. The problem is you guys, you say every bet with the same conviction.
Bullshit.
But if,
No,
if
we
you
don't.
open up
That's
yourself a
not
little bit,
true.
I'm
No,
feeling
that's
a little
bullshit.
bit. I'm feeling a little bit
No,
vulnerable
no,
in this
turn his
game.
mic off.
It
That's
actually
bullshit.
helps
Turn his
you.
mic off.
Turn his mic off.
We move on to the Storm defeating the Tigers. This was obvious.
Nick Meaney keeps scoring tries. Big fan of his work.
Nick Meaney, yeah, but like also, and I don't,
Xavier Coates.
dude, they're playing him on the fucking left wing. Like where was my bet? I had Meaney and I had Coates. I was watching this with friend of the show, James Harvey, and fucking Coates goes over because Coates is. If you see a right winger score for the Storm, 99.99999% of the time, that's fucking Xavier Coates. And then I look up and I'm like, who the fuck is that guy? Conor McGregor style.
Warbrick.
Fucking Warbrick. So I basically get that. I think it's a bad beat. Why the fuck is Coates not on the right wing?
I don't know. I wasn't watching the game. I was having a little whack of golf late in the afternoon.
A little whack. Cut it there.
I'm cutting that out.
No.
No, it's in like cut that, put it
You were
up.
beating off. Yeah, we're cutting out fucking whack jokes. I
And
don't
so,
think so.
I finished a quick 9 and I checked the score and Meaney had scored and then Munster scored right in the stroke of half time. Had to upload a little video. I was cheering. Eminem bet came off for me. Keep it simple is what I was
Can
saying.
I be honest? I actually don't think I had Meaney in my bet.
Why not?
Because I thought I had Munster.
I think I might have misread that.
Because Munster went over as well.
Yeah.
Well, either
Or. But I was just looking at that. I'm like, I don't think I would pick Nick Meaney. And that's no disrespect to Nick, but he's sort of like,
Oh, he's going over a bit. In
No,
this.
Nick Meaney's scoring tries.
I know he's going over, but it's like, I was having this conversation on the weekend. Like, do you think young kids of today are like, holy shit, Nick Meaney, one of the great players? Or is Nick Meaney just a bit
I
part?
think-
Like, he's playing for the Storm,
Yeah.
so maybe he is getting people going.
Yeah, I mean, we all remember Nick from the Knights days, was it? Is that where he used
Yeah,
to be?
right. No, he wasn't there. Was he?
He was, wasn't
He
he?
was also
He was
with
at the
the Dogs.
Bulldogs.
Yeah.
But I think he might have been
He
at the Knights as
started
well.
at the Knights,
Yeah, that's a
like
fair
back in the
point.
day. Like,
Mate, you can have a glow up.
yeah.
People have
Yeah.
glow ups.
Yeah.
Pappenhausen had a glow up. Dill Edwards had a glow up. Nico Hines had a glow
Yeah,
up. Like,
yeah.
you can glow the fuck up, and maybe Meaney's in his glow up phase.
He's
Okay.
scoring tries. That's all you need to. Yeah.
Well, Sebbo, you did salute here.
Yeah, Munster and Meaney. Simple. Eminem, it was like $7 something for just 2 try scorers. One of them a
$7.76.
fullback. One of them Munster on his first game back after his team stink. You don't think he's going to start doing some scoots from dummy half as well and go over, which is exactly what he did. So,
I think Randos stat backed Munster as well. That's why
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
changed it to
Yeah.
Munster.
You had Munster and Coates.
Yeah.
Oh, but it wasn't changing
It
the
was.
sheets.
I
That's
changed. I changed it to Munster. Anyway, congratulations, Seb. Just the right guy for more units. Exactly what we want.
Broncos defeat Dolphins 18-12. Dolphins got unlucky. Although they didn't, but like they were in it. They were fucking in it.
They were in it.
they were
Up to
dropping like
to their
flies.
eyeballs.
Like if they did what? Both halves went off, didn't they? Like,
Sean
be honest,
O'Sullivan went off, dude.
Yeah.
I was watching it. I was
Yeah.
at a fucking.
John O'Sullivan went off, then Mason Teague had to fill in at 5'8", and
Yeah.
then it was just Milford, who hasn't played first grade in a while.
yeah.
running
So
the show.
they with what they lost by how many points? 6 points, and that
But
was
only
the-
because Stags scored that runaway
Yeah.
try at the end.
But all
When
their
they were
team
attacking
had
the
been-
Could you
line.
imagine have been wrangling a Stags like that? That would have been one of the most exhilarating
Yeah.
stag wrangles of all time.
It's good. Like Wrangler. I mean, I did a Stags wrangle last year. It's a tough wrangle, and I'm avoiding it for a while. But after seeing that, I'm like, maybe I want to get back on the wrangle because
the Broncos seem like they're a team this year that are going to make it easy for you to wrangle the Stags.
Well, it's never easy. That's the thing with Stags. I went on safari over Christmas, and like you see a whole bunch of animals. Like you think, like I hope I see a rhino. There's fucking rhinos everywhere you look. Lions, they're not that hard to find. Like this, it takes a while, but you get them. But like a leopard. Those things are fucking hard to find, dude. They're elusive. They don't even know how many are in the game park because they can jump the fences. They're shy. They live by themselves. They hide up in trees. And you spend 6 hours a day just looking for the leopard because you're like, yeah, I've seen all these things a million times. That's what wrangling a stag is. Like, that's the excitement you get out of a stag kill.
We hope that makes sense to the listener.
Yeah, because obviously he was talking leopards and then...
which isn't a stag.
I'm talking about the hunt. I'm not saying it's the exact animal. Okay. I'm saying it's the hunt.
So moving on. No one got anything on that game. Cowboys defeat the Titans. Now, they were lucky to escape this game because the Cowboys fucking smell like arse this year. No disrespect, obviously.
A lot of red.
Brimo got injured, I think.
Yeah, in the first 20 minutes.
So that fucked me. But I had Cam Pereira. That's a bad beat for me.
Anyone who has fun with their punting, their bet was over because everyone goes Brimo in a Titans-Cowboys game.
Yep.
If you didn't have him in your bet, did we all have him?
No, you and I did. Yeah. You and I, that was it. We move on. Rabbitohs defeat the Seagulls. Bad beat for anyone who had Manly. I got one of 4 legs. Olakawatu, thank you. Eddie, yours actually kind of is unlucky.
I just missed a Garrick, which was unfortunate.
And a win.
No, I had plus 5.5. See, that's plus 5.5.
I see that.
I still don't think he quite understands the line.
No, I don't think he does.
I just didn't see it.
No.
I just didn't see it.
No. You just like
I just didn't see it.
Yeah.
It's raining.
Yeah, it is raining.
Tough. No one gets up here. No one gets up.
But someone does get up a fair few units.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I almost skipped past.
Give him the cash.
Yeah, give me the cash.
Well, you get up. You don't get up units. You get up cold hard cash.
Do we split? Like, and obviously this is a guy who's lost a couple of side bets. 1, 2, 3 for Sebbo.
Yep.
Do we just split scopes? Or do we save that for if we
No, we save it.
We save it,
We save it for the 4th, and they can come in where Scope left off. I think that's the best way to do it.
I'm stuck.
If I was to give you any advice, and obviously I don't want you to heed this advice because I can exploit it, but I would say avoid doing side bets with Manly. Because you're just always going to go all in.
No, but Manly's a fucking great side, and I think there's more. I think there's juice in that.
Fuck you, Seb. You tell me what to do.
And also, let's be fucking fair dinkum. Manly won that game.
Yeah, we
got absolutely fucking bullshit robbed.
Yep,
we got robbed.
Yeah, one call.
Warriors defeat the Dogs. Warriors defeat the Dogs. Now, I tell you what, some dream bets are just horse shit, and mine was absolute horse shit.
Yeah. Well, I think, listen, was it trying too hard?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, well, it was not me that even... you don't listen to a dream bet from a dribbler. You know what I mean?
It wasn't even your dream.
It wasn't even my dream.
Yeah, it wasn't your dream. Was
you got to have your own dream.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
You got to dream your own dream.
Cozzy first try was just not fucking happening.
Not putting that stuff out on socials if it's not your dream.
No, we can't.
Sebbo.
Oh, yeah. My petrol head, not Shibasaki, but I got Montoya, got Fox. I'm pretty sure Montoya crossed over early. And then that Fox 80-metre try, I was like, boom. Like, that is how you get a petrol head, motor oil, whatever bet it is. Just Motorsport bets. Fox sprint about 90 metres or something. I was cheering, collected my units. I think again before halftime. I love these before halftime unit collects where you're taking lines and results out of them because it's just like...
You can unbuckle the belt once it happens, right?
Yeah. It's so good. You're like, I'm now not checking the clock going, okay, 25 minutes to go. Surely, how many sets each of them, blah, blah, blah. It's like, I'm done. I'm done.
Yep. Congratulations.
346.
Knights
defeat Raiders. Fucked us all.
Yeah, it did fuck us all.
Except Sebbo.
Well,
I had the overs as well. That leg there was correct. I went on a bit of a rant about Huddy Young, and he hadn't banged all season, and he banged within the first 3 minutes.
But didn't you had over 42.5, and there was 38 points.
Was it? I thought
so.
24-14.
Not a big maths guy.
Not a big maths guy. Not a big maths guy.
Well, okay, I didn't get the overs, but
Mr. Llewellyn would be upset.
Yeah, Llewellyn would be angry.
He'd be fucking fuming.
Yeah. But yeah, Huddy Young, I should have had a little bit of side bet on first try score or just any time by himself. But I'll
Holy
take
shit.
it.
I
You had a
love
good
how
weekend,
off, like in the green room, you were going on about how you should have just had Huddy Young by himself, and now I look at your bet and you had 4 legs.
Yeah.
It wasn't like you just like snuck another leg in there.
I know, but it's a Raiders Knights game, you know what I mean?
To be honest, that's a poo slinger game, no matter which way you slice it. Like it is.
Or
Even if it was
dice
a good game, it's still like they're poo slinger sides, and you probably should have just simplified it.
yeah, but Schiller goes over, I collect $15.
Randos, your stats suggested as well the Knights were not going to win. Sorry, the Raiders weren't
Raiders
going
weren't
to
gonna
win.
win, yeah.
we
Money
didn't
on the
listen to him.
Knights.
We were like, shut up.
I need to start
Tomasi
listening to
as
him
well.
more.
Yeah.
Because like
shut up, Rando.
you can't pick and choose. You need to be open to him all the time.
Now, Sharks defeat the Dragons here. I was a Nico away, and that's fine. I'll take it, whatever. I did get Kennedy 13 plus. Eddie, you salute. And then Sebbo, I see your salute here. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
the fuck?
Look,
It's a good bet.
the line was obvious.
Not to take yours that way either, Eddie. Yours is
I mean, it was the same. Eddie and I pretty much the same bet. The line's obvious against the Dragons. Kennedy, he's on fire right now. Nicola, backed up by Rando's stats. And Eddie's love of, Nicola's love of big lines, he just smashed through it and crashed over. And Mulatali, did he score a couple?
Yeah.
Easy bet. Easy
Mate,
bet.
as I said, Nico Hines, fucking Nicola playing off the back of Hines. It's try time every week, baby. He just runs the fucking best lines. Cunts can't handle him.
It's almost my favourite
And
type
Hines
of
gives
try.
that little seed, baby, that little fucking ball off the hip. Try time.
Just that 45 degree or whatever he hits, you know
it's
what I mean?
good.
It's a nice degree.
All the other
Get
dumb
your protractors
front rollers
out.
are just like, let me run straight at the defense.
Nicola's just
cutting
playing off
across his
shape,
shit.
baby.
Yeah.
Playing off shape all
Yeah.
day. Like, he's a handful.
Yeah.
Fair income.
Good eyes on him as well.
He's got great eyes. I should have listened to Rando there because it would have got me a salute.
You
But
didn't get Hines.
no, because I would have fucked Hines off for Nico.
I'll see what it.
Anyway, guys, just if anyone's following, I haven't hit a bet yet. So we'll move on to the 10 of 10,000. Now, you can take over from here.
So, Tom hit Kennedy. Todd didn't score for me. Scope had Olam. Seb had Turbo, didn't hit. And then Rando had Fox. So, we've got 2 on the trot here. 8 to go, punters and dribblers.
So 2 on the trot is...
We had Fox into Kennedy.
I
Yep.
had Kennedy, thank Christ.
Unit scoopers. Tom had 2 from 11.
Yeah, that was over quick, that one.
2 from 11. I had 4 from 8. Scope 4 from 8. Sebbo 2 from 9. And the Lippy 2 from 8. You'll notice that the Lippy didn't get a bet. No bets for the Lippy.
Or me.
Yeah, but the
I
Lippy...
got Kennedy.
You got your Kennedy.
I got my Kennedy.
But if we go to the leaderboard, Lippy 0 from 9. 9 from 30 legs. Minus 4.2. At the fucking bottom. Like, we talked that guy, like, he gave a bit of an aura after hitting a fluke
Was he
bet.
the Vincent guy?
No, he hit that flute bet. The fluke
yeah.
You got a
fucking-
smoothie of some sort.
And we just got a bit carried away. You know what I mean?
Well, dude, it's you know what? It's not our fault to get fucking hoodwinked by a smoothie.
That's right. But Sebbo won the week. 3 from 10 bets, 14 from 30 legs, 7.12
Jesus.
units.
Yep.
Kids on.
Yeah, the kid's on.
I was second, 1 from 10 bets. 13 from 28, minus 1.49. Scope, 1 from 10, 9 from 25 legs, minus 2.91. And Tom, 1 from 10. Although it's only the 10 into 10,000, so it doesn't do a
Hey,
heap for you. I'm saying it doesn't do a heap for your units.
No, it doesn't.
9 from 31 legs, minus 3.12. Now, the overall leaderboard, Sebbo's fucking off to the races.
Jeez.
He's got 22 units on me in Scope.
Well, he's up 11 units. That's
No, but that's the swing.
Yeah, the 20. Yeah.
So he's up 11.76 units. He's going at 42% in his legs, which is solid, and he's at 27% of his bets.
I think if you're doing 40% and over just on legs, obviously it doesn't mean you're winning bets, but it does mean you know. And I say that knowing I've dropped below 40. But over 40 is pretty fucking good.
I think, and there's a long season to go. I could go down, I could go up, but getting over that 10% profit margin is, I feel like, what do the big kind of international funds, kind of Warren Buffett, they pay like 12% and shit a year, don't they? Usually, or something like that. So if you can beat Buffett just across the whole season,
You just want to outperform the index,
yeah,
don't you?
yeah. If you outperform the index, you're cheering. I mean, I have outperformed the index with plus 319% before, but you know,
Now it's a fluke.
You set your
We do have a
12%
fluke,
as your first goal.
Okay.
Scope still in second somehow. Don't know how. 5 from 44 bets. Only 11% have come off. He must have had huge odds on things. 37% for his legs and minus 11.59. I'm in third. 7 from 44, 15.91% of my bets. 45 out of 102. 44% of my legs, I'm just not hitting. So just a fucking little tweak here and there, baby. I'll be all right. Minus 11.88. Tom goes to fourth.
Yes!
He gets
Equal 4 cents.
but you get the bump because of your legs and your bet percentages, Tom.
Thank you.
That's how it works. 5 from 44, 11% of his bets, 38% of his legs, minus 16.7 units. And the lippy. Oh, the lippies. Back to dead fucking last. Try this on for size, punters and dribblers. Just marinate in this. Because you all fucking talk a lot of shit. But the lippies combine 5.56% of their bets. 5%. Their legs, 27% of their legs they're hitting.
That's gross.
That is disgusting. Minus 16.7. Get your shit together.
You don't know rugby league. You just don't.
You just don't know it.
Don't know it. Look, I'm excited by what's to come for me personally, and I just think that there's big things ahead. So I'm not too perturbed, but I have been humbled, and that's okay too. It's okay to be humbled.
Well, you got to be humbled.
I've been humbled.
I'm just interested to see, is your strategy changing at all, or are you going to employ the same stuff?
Look, this week, as we do make a move into the betting portion of this show, my strategy is less about having a strategy and more about
Doing what you want to do, a parish of blue?
Yeah, it's a parish of blue sort of week, I think, where it's like I'm just going to do what I want and open my mind and see what happens. Because strategy hasn't worked all that well for me to date.
I don't think you've really had a strategy.
Well, that's not true. That's not true. Go back and check the tapes. There's been strategy every week.
There was strategy.
Week 1 strategy.
There was week 1 strategy.
Then there was week 2 strategy.
But if you've got a strategy, you've got to stick to it.
Maybe you're right. Maybe week 1 and 2, they were the same strategy. Week 3, I changed the strategy. Then week 4, I went in Old Testament. This week, I'm parish of blueing. So, fuck you, a parish of blue. How about that? First game, Roosters, Eels, Allianz Stadium. Roosters favourite $1.50. Eels value, I believe, at $2.55. The line is 5.5. Over/under is 39.5. And for the first official time today, I'd like to welcome in our good friend, Random Stats Guy, over there in the Random Stats booth. What do you got for us in the lab?
The lab has come up with a few stats here that point towards the Roosters. First of all, it'll be 19 and dry, so autumn's starting to come in. The Eels haven't won at Allianz since 2009. They've lost their last 6 games at the venue. The Roosters have won their last 3 games as favourite and covered the line in each. The Roosters are also 4-0 following a bye as favourite in the last 5 seasons and covered the line 75% of the time. So really do like the Roosters, the line there. In terms of try scorers, Joseph Suoli'i, the new rugby union player who will call basically Allianz's home with the Waratahs, he scored a double in each of his games against Para. Para's right side is leaking 43% of their tries. If you're looking for a little exotic, he has scored the last try in each of his 2 games against Parramatta, and he's paying $9.50 for that as well.
That is exotic.
But I will take Suoli'i to treat.
That's like, you're in a nice little bungalow, it's a hot night, and there's maybe someone playing like a ukulele sort of exotic, and you're like, getting into your work. That's exotic as it gets.
Or like a steel drum or something, one of those weird
Oh,
kind of hippie things, rather than a kind of Adam
Maybe not a
Sandler.
ukulele.
Yeah,
No,
one of those.
Sandler ukulele. Well, so you're saying
Or
one
the
of those,
Kanakas.
Yeah. Well, shout out to the Kanakas. Interesting. I do like that it's dry and autumnal.
Autumnal's a word.
Yeah, it's a great word.
That's a fucking word.
I love that it's dry. I love that it's autumnal. I'm going to kick us off.
Please.
Manu out. I believe Drewy Hutchison of not a noted centre fame goes into the centres.
But done a bit of work.
Done a job, but not a noted centre.
No.
Now, I believe that Ryan Madison lines up on that side. Now, he's been out for a while, Dolomites Madison, and it's a bit of a weak area in the field. And so I'm saying Madison scores anytime. I don't want to look at results because I'm terrified of them. And it's a bit, as I said, Perisher Blue. So I'm just going Madison anytime, 525. Running at Drewy Hutch. Running over the top of Drewy Hutch. Sorry, Drew.
That's good. That's a good bet. It's a nice bet. Just
525.
It's nice, it's clean, it's simple.
I like
it's
it.
autumnal.
I got the whole game. It's an autumnal vibe.
It's autumnal.
Yeah.
I like it.
Eddie?
Listen, when I've looked at this game, Roosters, I'm still not like completely sure about. Eels obviously dust Penrith last week. I'm not sure. I like Randos' stats, but I'm taking results, lines, margins, all the bullshit out of it. I'm looking for try scorers. And it's like a bit of a turn on the radio, what do you hear sort of bet. You know what I mean? Do you remember that fucking schoolyard chant?
I do know the chant, but I don't know what you mean.
Well, if you turn on the radio, what do you hear? You hear Suoliti. He's in the fucking news all week. Yep. We know he can play rugby league football. We know that his fucking stats back him up, but that's all I hear. Suoliti this, Suoliti that. I'm like, motherfucker, you go in. Radio tells me. And then Gutho. He's been in the fucking news all this week because apparently he doesn't have any X factor. I reckon he turns up and goes, oi, boys, grass isn't always greener, dickheads. Here you go. Get a bit of that down your fucking gob. Put them together, $7.
So it's a turn on the radio. What do you hear? Swally Gutho, give him a cheer.
Correct, $7.
I don't mind it.
I like it.
I don't mind it.
I like it a lot.
Trell couldn't score against the Roosters and he's a fullback.
But Trell doesn't.
I'm just saying.
Trell does his things when he needs to, you know. Gutho's a different fullback.
But he is a different fullback. It's a great point. Sebbo.
Glad we established that.
I don't know what to think of the results as well. I do get a vibe it's going to be an unders game, but I'm not going to back that. It could be anything this game. So I'm just going. Do you say the left side for the Roosters, Rando, dominates the right-hand defense of Para?
Yep, absolutely.
Good.
The right edge is the worst part. Yep.
Classic. I'm going Toops then because, like, I know the other guys are in the news, but Toops is one of those guys that he scores all the time. But, like, he's never, like, a huge guy in everyone's multi. So I'm going him and Sebbo. I'm going Sebbo because he, like, Parramatta set up to like make him cross the chalk all the time. Like, doesn't always come off, but at least when you're watching the game, Parramatta 20 metres out, you get that kind of like juice in your veins of like, okay, it's going to Sebbo, it's going to Sebbo. So I'm just keeping it simple. It's $4.16, but I don't know how to read the game. Just going to two noted try scorers, and that's it.
Listen, and this is humble Tom here, right? Humble pie Tom. I want to shit on him because it's shit odds. But
how many tries has Tupou scored this year? It's not like I don't think you get a great price for him.
No, you don't. And Sebbo fucked me last week. So humble Tom is not going to.
But we don't want to. You don't want to open up because the moment you start shitting on Sebbo,
that's why I'm not. I'm not. It's a great bet. I respect that bet. That's a great fucking bet. I like the odds, and it's going to happen for you.
Look, it's not the most bullish bet of mine
it's
for the
great,
week,
dude.
but I don't
love
mind it.
I love it.
It's kind of middle of the pack for me.
Sure.
The
Welsh dribbler.
Welsh, what do you do?
Either team to win by less than 12.5 points. Suoliti versus Penasini in tries is a tie. And under 47.5 total match points. And Teddy anytime.
Oh my God.
Forget this.
This is
$8.13. What the fuck?
That is the most spewy bet of all time. It's Welsh, dude.
That is
Welsh.
That's
Welsh, dude.
That's what it sounds
It doesn't
like.
make sense.
That's a made-up Welsh bet.
That's a Welsh bet.
No one believes that. That's not real.
That might be one of the worst bets ever fielded.
Honestly,
that
could be close to the worst, close to the worst bet we've ever had on this show.
It's easily the worst bet. I mean,
putting Teddy in any time as the cream. I'm
he's
like,
going to juice it.
Teddy should be paying $8 just for any time how hard he is to wrangle, you know what I mean? Let alone all the other shit in that bet.
Oh my God, that bet, mate, that gives me a headache.
It does.
Actually,
gives
do.
me a
Is
headache.
anyone paracetamol?
Panadol, reach out.
Yeah, reach out. We move on. Raiders v Panthers. Raiders $3.90, Panthers $1.25, coming off a loss. Line is 12.5, over under 40.5 points. Panthers without Jack Whiten as well. Rando, what's going on, bruh?
It's going to be a dry night in Canberra, 19 degrees. Now, an interesting stat here, Matt Frawley obviously moves to 6 with Whiten suspended. He's 8-0 at 5'8 for the Raiders. Never lost at 5'8 there. The Raiders have also won 6 of their last 7 games at home, but that sole loss was to Penrith, who happened to lose to Para the week before in that game. So interesting pattern there.
What was the score? Okay.
34-10, they lost to Para, and then they went on to beat the Raiders 26-6. The Panthers, they've won each of their last 6 games against the Raiders as the favourite and covered the line in 5 of those games. The line's really big at -12.5, so maybe look at Raiders to cover at home. Stephen Crichton's probably your try scorer here. He scored 5 tries in 4 games against the Raiders.
Great.
And the Raiders have conceded 3 tries last week down their right edge last week.
I like it, Rando. I like it, Seb. What do you do?
I was kind of coming into this bet with my mind open for Randos stats because I had Crichton and Taruva in there, but I was like, I was bullish on Crichton, but wasn't sure about Taruva. I was waiting to hear about someone else, but the fact that Rando's bullish on Crichton with 5 tries in 4 games, I'm going to double him up for 2 tries instead. So I'm going to change my bet to that. And where are we? Where's the to score 2? There we are. Stephen Crichton is 660 to score 2.
Not bad. I don't mind that. I believe that the Panthers have covered the line like the last 5 times after coming off the back of a loss, something like that. Do your own research.
Nice,
I'm not being specific, but like a significant amount of times after a loss, Panthers cover. 12.5, I don't mind it. You think like, oh, the Raiders, like the Panthers, they lost to the Eels. It's like they lost to a good side. The Eels are good, even though their form line has been shit. The Raiders lost to the Knights, so they're not good. Right? They're not a good side, respectfully. So I like the Panthers -12.5. I've got Crichton in there anytime as well because he loves to score tries. And I don't think I've wrangled a ghost this year in Dilly Edwards, so I'm chucking him in there as well.
You want to get a Casper.
You want to try get a Casper on board. One of your, like, you know, like when you're playing Where's the Gold, it's like you want to get your little icons into your treasure
Early
chest,
on.
into your treasure bag.
Your jacks. Your
Yeah.
keys,
So Panthers to cover, Dilly bags and Crichton anytime, 8.91. Those odds won't blow your dick clean off, but I think it's pretty good.
They'll do something, though.
It'll do something.
For those playing at home, Panthers have covered the line in 4 of their last 5 games after a loss.
Bang. Thank you
There
very
we go.
much.
We like that. That feels nice. I had Panthers 13+ coming into this little brouhaha, and basically the Raiders last week didn't do it to me. They didn't elicit any arousal whatsoever, and those stats I like. I was looking at my bet, though. I had 1 try score, and I'm like, if you got 13+, you need to put another fucking player in there. Stephen Crichton, for the aforementioned reasons, he goes in. And then Zach Hosking, just a fucking tough ball runner who fucking scored one off the back, a bit of Cleary's shape last week, Tom. Just bang, another one off the hip. That's what fucking gets me going. Where's Hosking born if you just wanted a little bit of extra mo to get you over the line? Manly. You know what I mean? Like, I don't hate that sort of thing. I like the fucking lines he ran last week. He goes in, 9.37.
I don't. The Manly thing actually was quite good. I like that. We also met him after Gal fought 2 fighters, played guys in one night, just so you know.
Well, I didn't. So there you go.
You didn't know who we were meeting, but now you do.
Well, I was blind.
What's the Lippy doing?
2+, Tungo, and a Penrith W, 12.45.
I don't mind it. I don't mind
Whatever.
it. It's a bit. It's Welsh.
It's Welsh. It's whatever.
Rabbitohs Storm. Accor Stadium. Boo. Rabbitohs favourites here, $1.52. The Storm, $2.50. Should be $6. The line, 5.5. Over under 41.5. I don't know if there's any outs for either side. In fact, I think there might be as per. Rando, what do you got for us?
Going to be dry as well, 19 degrees there at Accor. These games are notoriously tight between these two. 7 of their last 9 games have been decided by 1 to 12 points. Interesting here, in the last decade, the Storm have a 50% win record at Accor. That's 12 games, so 6 wins, 6 losses. And the Rabbitohs, they have won 9 of their last 11 games at Accor as the favourite. For try scorers, looking at Campbell Graham here, he scored 5 tries in his last 5 games against the Storm, and the Storm have conceded a try to the right centre in 5 of their last 6 games. The Rabbitohs have also leaked the most tries to right wingers, so keep an eye on Will Warbrick here, who is floated out to $2.60 ATS. So I do like him for a bit of value.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Beautiful, Edward.
I had Campbell Graham in there
Same.
because I like the way he plays his rugby league football. Listen, did he get shown up defensively a little bit by a fucking ant last week in Brad Parker? Sure, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about Campbell Graham's ability to fucking hit the line with gusto and score a try. I'm looking at 4s this week, punters and dribblers. A couple of 4s. Campbell Graham in the 4, Olam in the 4.
Why are you looking at 4s?
Has Campbell Graham got the 4 in his
No, I'm just asking you why. Like, is there a reason you're looking at 4s?
No. They've just both got 4s on their back.
Okay, sorry, but you were just saying, I'm looking at 4s this week.
Yeah, because they both got 4s.
Yeah, but I thought that may have been an overarching theme to your week.
No.
Just this game.
Campbell Graham fucking turns me on.
noticed
Justin
it after.
Olam back playing good footy. He turns me on. They've got 4s on their back. Couple of 4s, 8.56.
Okay, so you're not looking at 4s, technically. You just...
Well,
Plus 4, $8. Good price.
Sure,
Well,
but there's no narrative with the 4.
No, you tried to say there was. I was hoping there was.
No, I'm on a couple of 4s this week.
Okay. All right, you said you're looking at 4s this week. So what are you doing?
I came in here with, again, open to the stats of the try scorers because as a Bunnies fan, as much as the kind of Accor Stadium stats there, I'm pretty sure if you look up Melbourne versus Bunnies in the last 12 years, we've probably won 2 or 3 games against them. They always beat us, but we're starting to get a bit better and get a few over them. So I'm still sensing that the Bunnies will win, but I think the odds probably are a little bit off because Melbourne are going to turn up and it is going to be tight. I think it's going to be a bit of a kind of slog fest. So I'm thinking under 41.5 is a given. And then I was sure on that. I wasn't sure on the try scorer. I was going to go AJ, but I was like, well, it's just, got to sometimes listen to the stats. And I'm liking this right side that the Bunnies are doing. So I threw Graham in there now after Randos stats. So that's just an under 41.5 in a match that's always just a tight slogfest with Graham. That's $6.22.
I don't mind it. I just can't fucking go unders and overs. It's just there's something about me and it terrifies me. I can't do it.
You'd be an overs
I would be an overs
You would
man.
just bet overs every time.
That's what I mean. I'm allergic to it because I know what I do. I just go overs because I'm that sort of a guy. I'm a gluttonous piggy. But this bet's kind of gluttonous as well. I do have Graham because I had seen some stats that would suggest Graham had been scoring some tries. Cody Walker last week, obviously Manly robbed, but Cody in form. I think he's been their first try scorer in their last couple of games. I'm not taking him first, but I just like him to score. He's in a bit of form. He's in a good mood. He's getting things going. I've chucked in AJ just as an obvious one. I hope to be correct. I don't know what's going on, but I've just put AJ in there as an obvious one. Campbell Graham, form line. Cody, form line. South's -5.5 because the Storm beat the Tigers by 12 points. They're a shit side. They're a shit rugby league side this year. I'm sorry, Dave. You're sitting there, and I take back my apology. I mean it. They suck. So South's -5. AJ, Cody, Graham, 13.71. It's not fantastic.
Nah, it's bad.
I'm not
saying the makeup of the bet. The
stoked on it.
price for three
price.
try scorers and a line.
The price is what lets you down.
I'm doing what I want to do at Perishablu.
Yeah.
So
That's
fuck you
right.
guys.
Perishablu bet.
It's a Perishablu.
But the thing the thing we've always known about Perishablu is you get ripped off there.
Oh no, you do.
And you're getting ripped
You
off.
can get ripped
Yeah.
off. Reach out Perishablu. I don't know if you do get ripped off, but
you're getting ripped off.
Well,
Yeah,
listen,
you're getting
winter's
ripped off.
coming. If you guys want us to come up there and do something, it's fine. We'd happily do it.
We won't be paying though.
Well, they'd be paying us.
Exactly. Because we don't want to get ripped off.
No, we don't get ripped off. What's the Lippy doing?
Lippy. Good Lord. Storm +9.5. Tass/Remus to tie for most tries. You're getting really obsessed with this market. And Johnston anytime for 4.57.
What
is going on?
You know what that is? It's
You don't get value for this tie most tries.
because it's
thing,
almost
mate.
like you have to get 3 try scorers because if Tassel Reams just gets 1, then the other one has to get 1.
If they
And
get
then you've got to
2,
get
they
AJ. And
Yeah.
then you've got the line for under $5.
You're making a rod for your back. Very well behaved.
Stupid.
Just go Colin if you want a $5 bet. You know what
You
I mean?
may as
Like,
well.
just go him anytime.
No, but seriously.
No, seriously.
Colin anytime's playing like $5 something.
Yeah.
That's way better than that.
Yes, 100%.
No, that bet sucks all the assholes. Match of the round.
Match of the
Seagulls
round.
v the Knights at Mudgee. Glen Willow Oval. We fucking love it in Mudgee. Manly's favourites at $1.20. The Knights $4.50. The line 13.5 over under 44.5. We are without Tolu Cooler, Stubby Cooler, Canicola.
Correct.
Lachlan Croker back. Morgan Harper in for Cooler. Cola. What's going on, Rando?
It will be a little bit wet down there in Mudgee because I've only just realised it'll be at Mudgee. I thought it was going to be at Brookvale, so I'll take out all these stats about how Newcastle is shit at Brookvale. But I do have some away stats. Knights have only won 1 of their last 11 games as the underdog away, failed to cover the line in 81% of those games. So really do like Manly here to play well. The Knights, in terms of try scorers, they've conceded 6 tries to wingers in 4 games. Manly's left edge is absolutely humming. Garrick has the most line breaks in the comp. Marzhew, his opposing winger, has led in 21 tries in his last 18 games. You just do the maths here. Garrick is looking really hot here to score a try. If you're looking for more value, Neds have a great market where you can bet on Garrick to be the first, second, or third try scorer. Now, he's done that in each of Manly's home games this season. Manly taking the game to Mudgee. We'll call that technically a home game, and that's paying $3.05.
I'm taking that. I'm just taking that as my whole bet.
Sold.
Wow.
Yep.
I don't hate it.
I had overs. Then
So $3.05 to score
first, second, or third.
first, second, or third.
I'm taking it. Take $3 when it's on offer. Like I originally had overs, Tommy, Garrick, Kamole, $10, sure. Yeah. But like sometimes, especially if you're playing the long game, if $3 is on offer and you're fucking bullish on it, take it and don't confuse yourself.
Jesus Christ, that's tough. I love those markets, the first, second, or thirds. I haven't looked at them all year, and it fucking scares me, but I kind of like my bet.
How wet is it going to be?
Yeah.
It's only 0 to 5 millimetres they've given.
Okay.
So it's light and fluffy.
It's light and fluffy, airy and fairy, which, I mean, it still points to Ruben fucking first, second, or third. But, could I add that in and just fucking...
Yeah, you can add it in.
You
don't have to go solo.
Give me a second here. Can you put some thinking music on? Do 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 do. What if I was to do that, and then I was to go this?
Just think about it, punters. If you simulate this game 3 times over, you telling me that Garrick doesn't at least once?
Can you same game multi that?
Yeah, you can.
First, second, or third, you can.
Yeah, I think so. Try scorer markets. Do 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 do. Where is the market I'm looking for?
Try scorer and where?
First, second, or third. There we go.
In try score markets?
Wow.
First, second, or third.
Oh, for fuck's sake. This is ridiculous. All right, guys, I'm ready to go.
Same.
Now, I'm just adding it to my bet because I liked what I was doing already. I think it's the first time this year I'm going Manly 13 plus. And I hate Newcastle with every fibre of my being. And so I'm very excited for Manly to fuck them up. I have got our boy Ruben first, second, or third. I like that it's a little wet because I think maybe it means that obviously we'll be able to score the room, but we might play a little bit more like just hit a fucking big boy running short off the hip. Now, our boy Hamole, obviously he's been scoring off kicks a lot, but I think in the spirit of what I'm saying, he gets hit short and he goes over. But you know who else does? It's sort of a KFC box sort of thing here because I've got a couple of drummies involved. I've got Olakawatu, and then I'm getting Kelmer's going to get his first try for Manly. Getting hit short on the other side because we're doing it all over the fucking field, right? But you also have Ruben first, second, or third. So you go Manly 13 plus, Ruben first, second, or third, Hamole Olakawatu anytime, Kelmer Tuolangi anytime. Guess what that's paying?
What?
$53.35.
Nice. We're vibing each other this week.
Oh, are we?
Yeah, in a certain way. It'd be remiss of me, punters and dribblers, not to bring up some dribbler stats as well. Obviously, we've got Randos stats, which are elite, best in class. We've got dribbler stats as well. This is Riley Gordon and the Punters and Dribblers Facebook group. He says the following: lock in Manly 13 plus into a Tom Trbojevic and Ruben Garrick anytime. Titans at home in 2021 beat the Knights 1 week before losing by 36 to Manly at Mudgee. The Raiders at home in 2022 beat the Titans 1 week before losing 19 points to Manly at Mudgee. Tom Trbojevic and Ruben Garrick have scored in the 2 games at Mudgee, and Manly have only ever conceded 6 points total at Glen Willow Oval in Mudgee. So these are good signs if you fucking love Manly and you love big, thick, juicy, sluggy bets. Manly 13 plus off the back of that is now a lock. Garrick first, second or third off the back of Randos stats, and that stat is a lock. Turbo, who is an absolute fucking bona fide freak, he scores a try off the back of that stat the dribbler provided. Hamole Olakawatu, who is a fucking absolute beast. He can score them fucking short, crash through, or he can get up fucking aerial. Big time threat. He goes over. And then Cherry Evans, the intercept king, who also backs up and fucking... He's always
support
there.
Man.
He's the support man, the greatest support man in the game right now. He's going to fucking back up any one of our fucking line breaks to score a try. Put it together, $55.96. That's how you do it.
That's just smart betting.
That's how
That's
you do
just fucking
it.
smart betting.
That's how you do it. And we're against the Knights, who fucking suck.
Boo Knights. Sebbo, we know what you've done.
yeah.
You've gone Garrick first, second, or third, and our Lippy dribbler. Heimel Hunt, Garrick anytime, Manly win, 6-15.
Boring. Heimel won't score.
Heimel will not score a try. Next up, Dolphins, Dragons, Dragons, Dolphins, Fish, Dolphins, Dragons, Fish. Dragons favourites $1.77. Dolphins 202. That will fucking come down, you would have to think. Win Stadium. The line is 2, over under 42.5. Monsieur Corbet, the random stats guy in the lab. What do you got?
As I mentioned, Saturday is going to be really wet in New South Wales, so 60% chance of rain here at the Gong. The Dragons, they've only won one of their last 12 games against top 4 teams. Obviously, the Dolphins sitting in third. The Dolphins, they're undefeated in New South Wales. They beat the Knights last time they came down here, so shifting states doesn't mind them. Wayne Bennett, he has won 9 of his last 11 games against the Dragons. He has won his last 3 games in Wollongong and his last 5 against Anthony Griffin. For try scorers, the Dragons' left side is absolutely shot. They are conceding 52% down that side. More specifically, I'm looking at Ben Hunt here. He's averaging 4 missed tackles a game. We're looking at the MILF here to be a provider, more or less. He has 12 try involvements in 11 games, also averages 3 tackle breaks against the Dragons. 8 of those try involvements are assists. I'm getting to a point here. I'm looking him to cause the Dragons a bit of strife, second-guess themselves, and come down that right side, finding either a Sarko or Brenko Lee on that right-hand side. And we know that the right centre has had some fun against the Dragons of late. Ramian scored a double. Stags cashed in the week before, so maybe Brenko Lee there for some good value.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
Nice.
I'm interested.
I'll give you the hot tip. Dragons being favourite is absurd in the extreme. They're what have they fucking done?
Respectfully.
What have you done?
What have you done?
With all due respect, what have you done? The Finns were undefeated until they went up to Suncorp against the Broncos.
And almost won.
And almost fucking got the dub. Katoa's back. Marshall King's back. The side looks fucking good. Obviously, Sean O'Sullivan's out, but Kafusi's out. But I look at this Dragon sign and I don't see what the fucking arousal is. So I'm taking the Dolphins, baby, just for a clean, honest dub. And then I look at Hammer, who I'm getting $2.40 for, who cannot be stopped, will not be stopped.
$2.40 for a hammer anytime is fucking ridiculous.
You put Rando's stats together with Hammer, who's just on one of the great heaters. You put it together, $4.03 for fuck all, literally, to happen.
Yep. I've pretty much got the same bet, but I'm
Fuck
taking
all.
the line. I love the Dolphins line. I think they've covered the line every game this year, and I think I haven't included a single element of the Dragons in any of my bets this year. So this one's quite obvious for me. Take the Dolphins line, put Hammer in. The Dragons, you know what they've achieved? They've achieved to be such a boring team. Has anyone picked a Dragons try score on their bets this year?
Dude.
Why would you?
I was looking at him. I'm like, Michaeli Ravalawa, Fagai, Lomax. And I went, no
Mate, the
fucking
Dragons
way.
have been around for how many years now? But
Watch all 3 of them
The
score.
Fish have been around for 4 games, and they're already more fun team with the Finns and everything. Everyone loves the Fish, and they've got more fun, more culture than the Dragons.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
comfortably.
So they'll cover the line at 2 points easy. Hammer, 386.
Yep, I like it. Look, the same thing here. $2.02 for the. When I saw the line, I was like, Sorry, when I saw the odds for for the fish, I was like, oh, they must have fucking a bunch of guys out. And then I looked back and I looked at the teams and I was like, fucking no, they don't. Like, players coming back, Marshall King's back, Kafusi obviously still out. But like, fuck me, dude. The Dragons suck ass. So I took fish. And then we were talking, Hammer 240 is an absolute steal. So what do? I want to steal some more. So I go Hammer 2 or more.
Greedy guts.
Greedy guts. Please, sir, can I have some more Oliver Twist shit? Sort of. Not an Oliver Twist, but you get what I'm saying. Hammer 2 or more is $8 against a shitty, stinky shithole of a team like the Dragons. So you go fishing at Hammer 2 plus, $12.71. Thanks for coming. Those odds have got better since I put the bet on. It was $12.02 when I went in the green room. Now $12.71. So... fucking thanks for coming.
Thanks for coming. Now the Lipster. Either team to win by less than 12.5 into Lemuelu. Lemuelu. Apologies. $7.94.
No, he's a fish player. He's a fish. Yeah, he's a fish. He used to eat the cows.
Yeah.
So either team to win by less than 12.5. Yeah. I think the fish.
Wet at Wollongong?
Wet at Wollongong.
Wet at Wollongong.
Wet, okay.
Wet at Wollongong. Yeah. Don't hate it.
Yeah.
It's his best one.
It's his best one, but it's very
It's
Welsh.
still not good, but it's his best one.
Broncos, Tigers, absolute humping en route, you would have to think here. At Suncorp, Broncos, $1.13. Tigers, a ridiculous $5.60. Let's be honest. Let's put that to $18. Line is 15.5, over under 44.5. This is similar to my previous bet, but I'm taking Broncos minus.
I don't know.
Rando.
You're so good. So good.
So close.
I was so horny for this bet, dude.
Let yourself down.
It'll be 23 and dry at Suncorp. Now, some interesting stats here. Obviously, the Tigers just woeful, 17th on the ladder, just when you think it couldn't get any worse for them. There are some good stats on the horizon. 5 of the last 7 teams to start the season 0-4 have gone on to win their round 5 clash. The last 3 teams who haven't done so have gone on to finish wooden spooners, so there's some incentive. The Tigers, they've won their last 3 against the Broncos at Suncorp and have covered the line as underdog in 4 of their last 6 at the venue. Also to mention that all their games this season have been between 1 to 12 points. The only stat that kind of goes against him is Sheensy hates playing at Suncorp. He's lost 4 of his last 11 games he's coached Suncorp, and 3 of those losses were coaching Australia.
Wait,
So
he's lost 4 of 11?
That's not too bad.
That's not too bad.
it's not too bad, but
So he's won-
3 of those losses were coaching Australia at Suncorp,
Well, that's not good.
which
You
isn't
could
too
say he's
fair
won.
shot.
7 of 11.
7-11.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry to shit on your stat.
No,
there,
I like
Rando.
Oh, sorry. He's won 4 of his last 11. Sorry, my bad.
There you go.
There you go. There
See,
we
we're
go.
listening.
We're on it.
We're
We're on
listening.
it.
Typing it in. Thank you for listening.
Hey, because otherwise that would have been like the dumbest stat ever.
I'm just
Literally.
going to jump in on the back of those stats quickly. I know you wanted to get to your bet,
No, I
but
don't. Fuck me.
I saw this line, and this is one of those lines that you just gobble up as hard as it is because it's a Tigers line.
You deep throat that line.
It's 15.5. This is what the Tigers do, right? They just lose. They fall into favourites for Wooden Spoon. There's no hope, and then they just manage to put together a decent round and beat like a top of the table person. I bet last time they beat the Broncos, they were paying $8. And I remember I bet on them and I got up and I was like, this is Broncos just sets up perfectly. Lost 4 in a row. Have no hope for the rest of the season. Have beaten the Broncos before. 15.5 points. I think they cover the line, but I'm not just going on that line. I'm taking Walsh and Cobbo as well. It's $10.39. I just think it's one of those easy hindsight bets. You go, of course the fucking Tigers do one decent game all year and it's this game.
See, I completely disagree with the line because the Broncos are so fucking hot right now. They're so hot. Their team is stacked and they're all in form and they're all fucking killing it. So I've got Broncos the other way. I initially, not having seen your bet, thought you were deep-throating the line as well on my side, Broncos line. Broncos minus 15.5. If they are to do that, Reece Walsh is going to score 2 tries, and you're going to get $10.89 for that. I just think that's fucking thanks for coming. This is going to be one where the Tigers get fucked. They've just, it's all been like just losses this season. Now they're playing one of the big dogs and they're going to get fucking pounded into the earth. And I'm so confident I want to have a side bet, line bet.
I was already
Just
reaching
line.
for it. Yeah,
Just a
the
side
line.
bet, line bet.
Who covers the line?
Just
Yeah.
side bet, line bet. I can't open this thing. Not a good sign. It's like, don't
Yours
make a
looks so
side bet.
skinny.
Yeah, yours looks skinny.
Yeah, he's messed his up so it doesn't. He's
What do you
ruffled
mean?
his-
I'm even.
I can't get it open. There we go. Side bet, line
You've
bet.
lost 2 bets. I'm even, babe.
Side bet, line bet.
There we are.
There we
Side
go.
bet,
We put
line
it under
bet.
the fucking...
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
That's a good bet. A 15.5 line. It's
Yeah.
big.
It's a fun bet.
Yeah. It's a fun side bet because
Side
it's a
bet,
big
line
swing
bet.
of points.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is. And we'll know. We will fucking know. Eddie, what are you doing?
Mate, rugby league's a crazy game. It's a crazy old game. And what I'm about to say might sound like I'm fucking going insane, but they said that of Da Vinci. They said that of fucking Einstein,
Gogh.
of Newton, of Van Gogh.
He was
Like,
going insane, though.
of absolute out and out geniuses through the annals of humanity. People have been called insane only to be fucking proven absolutely correct. Now, I've just got this fucking niggle. It's been niggling me all week that those Broncos boys are starting to sniff their own fluffs. And what gave it away was Denon Kemp, quite frankly, with his feet up on the table, arrogant as fuck. And I'm just like, I just feel like there might be a humbling coming. I think there might be a humbling
with you.
around the corner. There's something on the fucking wins. This doesn't mean that the Tigers are now they're not a good, it doesn't mean that they're not shit. But I just think there's a humbling on the fucking wins, bruh. Randos stats back me up. Now, if I'm looking for people that can dish out some punishment, right? People that you can rely on through good times and bad, through thick and thin, country boys. Who are the fucking country boys on the side? The Forbes Ferrari and Brent Naden from Wello. Good, honest country stock. What do country boys dance to? Boot scooting, baby, you're driving me crazy. Who the fuck's the boot scooting, baby? Appy Coruscant. Put it all together, 94.71.
I love it.
Call me crazy, baby.
That is the dumbest fucking
94.71
bet of all time.
It's still better than having 2 try scorers to score the same amount of tries.
No, well, yeah.
It's a good bet. Tigers beat the Broncos last time. They were paying $8.
You don't hate it. I know you don't.
No, I do. I absolutely do. I like if you were going to go the Tigers to win, I get that, but to throw in 3 try scorers is fucking absurd. Like, sure,
from
maybe go country boys. You go a couple of country boys in there. Some
No,
try
but
scoring
But if
guys.
the Tigers
Appy
are going
hasn't
to win,
scored a
they're
try all
going to
year.
need to score 5 or 6 tries. if
Maybe
they're
not.
gonna win.
Maybe they just defend because they're a useless shithole
No,
team.
I don't think so. I think they score tries, and I think the fucking 94.71 gets up.
That's a man trying to get on a board of immortality if ever I've seen one.
That's half your bets every week. Yeah.
Hey, I'm not a 94 guy.
Fuck off,
I'm not a
mate.
94
You went a
guy.
whole season with nothing below 50.
Shut up. Yeah, that's ridiculous. But I respect the moxie. You know, I respect that you're going after it, but it's fucking stupid.
Okay.
The lippy dribbler is going what, Edward?
Broncos W, Adam Reynolds, Jordan Ricky, Herbie Farnworth, most tries versus Asu Kapoa. Okay, so no, Reynolds and Ricky anytime,
Yeah.
and then Herbie has more tries than Kapoa.
Yep.
At $40.34.
I don't hate that, actually. Like, if you're going Broncos to win, Reynolds and Ricky is not shocking. And then Herbie Farnworth more than Kapoa is also not shocking.
Yeah, but there's a thing like when you're punting, you want to be able to like easily look at a screen almost or one glance at the NRL app just to see where your bet's at. You know what I mean?
Well, it depends. I know. I agree with you there. Like, simplicity is sometimes, you know.
I don't
Well,
mind.
Herbie's got to score.
Yeah, I don't
Basically,
mind.
you just need Broncos, Reynolds, Ricky, Herbie, and Kapoa not to for 40 bucks.
The bet gets completely fucked if Kapoa scores one try, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So why not just take him out, take the $20
I don't think you
odds?
get I don't think you get the value. Like if you
think
just had
40 bucks
Reynolds,
is value.
if you just had Reynolds, Ricky, and Herbie, right?
Yeah.
Without the Kapoa fucking
Yeah,
situation,
still be 20, you'd think.
Well, let's see.
Yeah.
Let's just see. Let's just quickly see here.
It is interesting because in recent form, Kapoa is the more noted try scorer. Herbie hasn't scored since round 1. Kapoa scored in his last 2.
He's only scored in round 1, Herbie. You
Yeah.
sure? Damn, I thought he scored a couple. So you're going Broncos W.
Reynolds, Ricky, Herbie.
Herbie.
Because Reynolds would be paying about $4, wouldn't he?
He's paying $4. Jordan Ricky $4. 31. Yeah, you're right. 31.
Yeah, so it's fucking dog shit.
Yeah. No, sorry, dude. We did the math. Shit bet. We did the sums. Shout out to Neds for those odds.
Did the mass ship bet.
Let's move on. Sharks Warriors. The Sharks are $1.28. Warriors 360. This is at Shark Park. The line 11.5. Over under 42.5. Rando, what's happening? What's happening on Sunday?
This will be 60% chance of rain, 21 degrees at Shark Park. Now, it's going to be heavier on Sunday, 10 to 20 millimetres expected, so a lot of rain coming down. The Warriors, they have lost 9 of their last 10 games in New South Wales. The Sharks, they've covered the line in their last 3 games against the Warriors as the favourite. The Warriors have been strong defensively in the middle, but are leaking their tries on the edges, with 2 in every 3 tries conceded on the left or right edge. Nico Hines in the wet with his wet hair. I'm backing him here to steer the Sharks right side, get them humming. Sione Katoa is his target. He's scored in 8 of his last 10 games. He's scored in each of his last 3 games at Shark Park and scored a hat-trick last time out against the Waz. He's paying $2.10 anytime, which I think is probably the best value of any try scorer, winger, that is, to score.
Okay. Eddie, I just want everyone to know that I will be making some changes based on those stats. What are you doing?
I like the Sharks to hump the Warriors at home in front of their adoring fans. I don't mind if it's a little bit slippery, maybe it's a little bit wet. Nico's a fucking above wetness, baby. He lives in wetness every day. His hair is always wet. He loves it when it rains. I think that his return to Shark Park in front of his own people is going to fucking motivate him to get his own meat pie. And then for reasons I mentioned at the top of the show, Nicola, who runs the best fucking line in the game, is going to be playing off his hip all day. And in the slippery conditions, there's no way they can stop him. 13 plus, Hines, Nicola, 15.69.
Lovely. I had Sharks. Initially, I was saying the line terrified. Remember in the green room? I was saying the line in this game absolutely terrifies me.
You did, and I couldn't make sense
I couldn't make sense. Well, listen, I did put it in anyway because I'm a fucking Perisher Blue guy this week, and I'm like going against even what I feel. But hearing Rando say they've covered the last 3 times against the Warriors buoys me. I had Kennedy in there because Kennedy is someone that I am deeply in love with at the moment, and I'm not winning any bets, punters and dribblers, but in terms of my legs, he's contributed significantly, and I did win on him on the weekend with our 10 to 10,000. So I had Sharks, Kennedy, and Teague Wilton. But you know what? I'm just going to fuck Teague off respectfully. Teague sounds like a Welsh name. And I'm going to
all
put
the more
in,
reason to get him out.
Well, exactly. And I'm putting in Katoa. So Kennedy and Katoa. It brings me down a little bit, but it's all right. 646. Sharks minus 11.5. Kennedy, Katoa, 646. Sebbo.
I'm just doing an Oliver twist, so much so that I'm going back and finding my alternate line. Pick your own line. So I want the line from last week. I could get the closest I get was 5.5. So I'm going Sharks minus 5.5. Mulataro, Nicola, and Kennedy. Just do it again. The odds are obviously a lot smaller now. It's versus Warriors. It's $12.40. But when you hit a bet like that, a Sunday Arvo bet with three good-looking young boys who love playing pool together with me, I'm going again. So let's just see.
Young but of age.
Yeah.
Of age.
Young.
Younger than you. Like, I mean, I just want to make sure that because it's just audibly, you know?
Yeah, younger than him.
Younger than
me.
Older than 20.
What's that, and isn't it?
Yeah, but I'm just giving him some wiggle room. What is it paying?
$12.40.
Lovely. Lippy, Edward.
Sione Katoa, Edward Kossi, who went missing last week for
He
you, big
did,
fella.
yeah, he went missing.
550.
Never touching him again.
550.
Whatever.
What? Seriously, whatever.
Yep. Next up, we have Bulldogs Cowboys. They are, sorry, as I get my information up here, Dogs are actually favourites as time of recording. $1.82, Cows $1.96. The line 1.5, over under 40. I'm pretty sure the Cowboys obviously already out without Scotty Drink. They're going to be without Nana. They're going to be without Taumalolo. Rando, give us some stats.
This game, Sunday night at a core, 60% chance of rain, same conditions as Shark Park, so it will be wet. Now, the Cowboys, they have won 7 of their last 10 games at a core. They've also won 64% of their night games as the underdog last year, so I really do like them. The Bulldogs are 33% as the favourite against the Cowboys in the last 5 seasons, so they usually crumble as the favourite. If you are looking for a try scorer, the Cowboys' right side has conceded 60% of their tries. That's 4 tries in 4 games to left wingers. The Fox has also scored 4 tries in 4 games and 12 in his last 8 at a core. So I reckon he'll be looking positive for a try.
Beautiful. I like what your stats there, where it was like dogs when their favourites crumble and shit themselves. I wouldn't be surprised if the Cows somehow became favourites before kickoff, so I'm going to ignore that stat.
Okay.
I like the dogs. I like that that the Cows are missing big throbbers, and I'm taking the dogs -1.5. I'm having Carraz in there because I like the cut of his jib. Now, do your own research into what a jib is, but I like it. So I'm going to have him anytime. And your Joshy Carr stat there means I'm going to add him in as well. And I'm going to have to come back to you on those odds because pre-Joshy Carr, I was looking at about 987. So we're going to be up over the 10s, you would think.
You'd think so.
For a Dogs line and a Carraz.
Dogs line and a Carraz was 987.
No, a
No, it
1
wasn't.
point line and Carraz is not.
100% incorrect.
$6 at least.
$6. That's bad for me, and I apologise.
But not surprising.
Not shocking.
Not shocking. Even
looking at it, I was like,
I originally
It's not
had
saying
Carraz. I've taken Carraz out in favour of Addo Carr based on Rando's stat. I'm going to respect the man.
Thank you.
I'm going to give him a respect. And Addo Carr goes in. And I've got to be honest with you. I've got to be honest with the punter and the dribbler.
You getting honest?
My next leg is just about fucking trying to like baptise myself and just come out cleansed. I need to get a kick out. I need to get this fucking guy off my chest. I'm drowning in it. And I'm going to go again. Hopefully this is the week. Put them together, 7:43.
Nice.
I just need it.
Yep.
So I can move on with my life, quite frankly.
Just a quick update that the Dogs -1.5 and Carraz was actually 369. So
Yeah, makes sense.
and then if you add Addo Carr, it's still less than the initial odds that I gave you, and it's 633 for both those guys. So look, it's
I don't know where you pulled $9 from for a
dude.
winner
It's
and
raining.
a 1 point line.
It's
for a
raining,
favourite.
and I'm getting humbled, and I'll take it. 633. Sebbo.
I like that Eddie.
David, about you.
Eddie and I are on the same thing because I'm getting. Last week I went on about Huddy Young and how he was ready for bang. Has Kickout kicked this year yet, Randall?
No, he has not.
He hasn't kicked once. So I'm
You meant
getting
kicked.
Scored.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
keep
He has,
up with
well, he
the-
has
terminology.
Kicked. He kicked out on the full against Manly, so I was like, well, I know he's definitely kicked the fucking ball.
Yeah, but Billy kicks. You know
Sure,
what I
but
mean?
he does kick, actually kicks, and he fucking sucks at
I
it.
went out on the full.
Yeah.
On a famous day on the hill.
Yeah. So you need to be careful about what you say.
Okay, well, I'm taking him clean because I went on about Huddy Young last week, and I thought he was ready to open his banging account, and he did in 3 minutes, but had all this other shit around it. So now I'm going, kick out, just give me a clean try, and it's a clean $4 at the time of recording as well. So surely he just crashed it. Like, he can't go on this many games without crashing over. Burton he's gonna give him a little short ball, and all the monsters for the Cowboys are out, so there's not much there defending him. Maybe I'm not sure, but he's scoring $4.
Okay. I don't mind it. Lippy.
Kick out. Lukey. Either team to win by less than 12.5. $25.26.
Not bad.
Pretty good. Seems like pretty good odds.
Pretty good odds, yeah.
Maybe he's done it, Tom.
Also,
Well,
what's this bull yarn you're saying that Taumalolo's out? He's playing. He's starting.
What?
You sure?
Yeah, seeing him right here.
They were talking about it on NRL
the
360 last night that he wasn't going to be playing. Injured? I mean, he might have been named. But
Names not
Names.
playing.
Not
Well,
any news.
do your own research. Rando is a Cowboys hornbag, so he may know, but also maybe I know. Given the way I bet, though, you'd imagine I don't. Let's move on. Time for unit scoopers, punters, and dribblers. This is the opportunity to change your life. Change our lives. And by lives, I mean standings on the leaderboard. I've got a try score smoothie here, guys. Are we shocked by that? We shouldn't be. Dude, all you need is one to hit, and that's what I'm banking on. So, one from each game. I've got in the Roosters and the Eels game, Tupou, easy. Raiders Panthers game, Crichton, thanks for coming. South Melbourne game, Campbell Graham, easy as fuck. Manly Seagulls, Newcastle Knights game, Olakawatu, obviously. St George Dragons v the Fish. We got the Hammer, easy. Broncos Tigers, Reece Walsh. Sharks Warriors, Willie Kennedy, love of my life. Dogs, cows, Joshy Carr. It's pretty fucking good. It's going to be one of those ones you look at it and you go, that was obvious. $765.66. Just got to hit one.
It's got to hit one.
Yep.
Eddie?
I've gone Will Penasini, Campbell Graham, Hammer, Nicara, and Turbo. 5 try scorers. None of that crazy 8 shit, just 5, $116.
That's good.
I like it.
That one.
I like it. Sebbo?
I'm not chasing big odds. I'm just going a little, not a smoothie, just like a little granola or something. Tupu,
Acai
Sebbo.
Bowl.
Yeah. Is it, how do you...
I don't know.
Yeah.
Acai, Asahi.
Acai.
Acai, bro. Like, fuck, no one knows. It's
Change the name.
Same as a poke bowl, like who the I don't know.
They're not too bad. I've only had a couple of Acai bowls.
Never had one.
They're actually, I've had a couple. They're all right.
Acai.
They're all right. You get like a bit of, I don't know, peanut butter and shit. Bit of
Yeah,
No, they're not too
bananas
bad.
and stuff.
I don't like a whole one of myself, but I have some of Ella's.
Yeah. I never order. I'll merely like, can I have a few little, and I'll eat about
Scoops.
half of it. But
Yeah,
that's
love
it.
this. Yeah, have a couple of scoops.
But look, I'm just going Tupou, Sevo, Tommy Turbs, Cobo, Mulatalo, all your favourites. 1945. I just see. I
pretty
need to
fucking short.
Yeah, 100%. But I need to get back to my strategy of my aim, at least for unit scoopers, is to break even on them. So if I can just collect a $20 unit scooper somewhere, then you can go for your big ones. But if you're every week losing $10, it actually adds up to like minus $300, 30% of your kitty for the entire season. So it might be something to think about, but I know you won't. But I'm just telling you that's my strategy.
No one's put it to me like that. I'm not, I'm just saying it certainly makes you think.
It does make you think. Make you think.
Fuck it though.
But aren't you a Perisher guy?
Today I am, dude. This
Yeah,
week
yeah.
I'm
So
Perisher
come on,
Blue.
bro.
I'm Perisher Blue. Lippy, he's gone Tango, Johnston, Hamole, Hines, Tommy Chester, 161.17. 161.17. Tommy C. Now, our 10 into 10,000 on Thursday night, Mr. Thursday night, and I've got Tupou anytime at $2.02. We've got 2 on the trot, don't we?
We do. So that's for 3. I've got Stephen Crichton in the Panthers Raiders game at $2.20.
I've got Ruben Garrick to score for the Seagulls in that night's game, $1.80.
Nice.
Now, I had to go Mulatalo. It was only $1.68, but those are all locks, and so I need to come in with the 7th, or that will be the 6th if we get Mulatalo.
Ooh, then we start to get spicy.
yeah.
We love that.
That'll be the 7th one if we get Mully. No.
No, we're two in the chamber.
Not a maths guy.
2 plus 4, 6. 2
Not a
plus
big
4,
maths guy.
6.
Tough week for me personally.
Before we go.
Before we go,
we've got Rando's Bet of the Week and his Hot Boys.
New segment.
Rando's Bet of the Week and Rando's Hot Boys.
I'll start with the Hot Boys to begin with. Obviously, some Hot Boys out there this weekend. First Hot Boy, Union Hot Boy, Crosscode Hot Boy, Joseph Suaalii. I'm doubling down on his stats. As I mentioned earlier in the potty, he scored double in each of his last 2 games against Para, and the Eels' right side is leaking 43% of their tries. So he goes in. Going on to my next hot boy, AJ. I think he's a lock here. Loves scoring at a core. He scored 82 tries in 82 games at the venue. So that's 100% try scoring rate. He didn't score last week. Reckon he goes in again with his cork all good. Manly, the hottest boy of all, Ruben Garrick. Mentioned him in my lock, so got to chuck him in. And then finishing off with Sione Katoa, as I mentioned, really good value at $2.10. Nico Hines and that right side is absolutely humming, so I reckon he gets over. Scored in 8 of his last 10 games in general. So really do like them. For my best bet of the week, I am taking the Roosters minus 5.5. I really do think they'll cover the line here. Eels awful at Allianz Stadium. I reckon they played their grand final last week against Penrith in that 17-16 game. So I think the Roosters minus 5.5, and I'm going to chuck in Suaalii to score anytime. So that is my best bet of the week. Just getting the odds up right now for you. That will be a good juicy $3.79.
There you go.
There you go.
Whole show to get those odds up and fucking didn't get them up. Whole show. Thank you, Rando. Rando's Hot Boys of any time try scorer fame. Rando's Bet of the Week. That's us done for another week. Shout out to Neds for their support. If you are going to have a punt, please do it responsibly. Go Manly. Manly 13+. Fuck the Knights. Bye-bye.